Good morning. We are starting off with breaking news this morning. A live look from I-270. Major backup right now after a crash involving an officer. And we just learned 2 people have been taken into custody. Our Liberty Zabala is live coming up in just a minute with details. But we do want to say good morning and thank you for starting your day with us. I'm Tanaya Wright.
Yeah, good morning to you. I'm Corey James. I want to get right over to that breaking news with Shanika with more on that story along I-270. Shanika, good morning.
All right, good morning, Corey and Tanaya. As you can imagine, this is a very serious incident. And if we can flip over to look at the traffic cameras, you will see that this crash is involving multiple, this crash right now is involving an officer, but we have multiple vehicles out there on scene along 270 heading northbound. Is there any way that we can flip over to our live traffic camera? If not, we're going to just send things over to Liberty. Liberty Zabala is out in the thick of things right now. 270 heading northbound in Gaithersburg. Liberty, have you moved at all?
Good morning, Shanika. We have moved about 10 feet and we've been stuck in this standstill traffic for more than an hour and a half now here on 270 northbound. As you can see, if we pan the camera here, you can see all lanes of 270 blocked off going northbound as police investigate this collision involving an officer. And just moments ago, we did confirm with Montgomery County Police that 2 people have been arrested in connection to this collision involving an officer here, and that officer has been rushed to the hospital with serious injuries. That's what we know so far from police. But as you can see, there are many people this morning who were trying to get into work, but they cannot reach their destination because of this collision. It has blocked off all lanes. We are not moving at all. And many people here we have seen even getting out of their cars momentarily because it is just at a standstill. But I want to pan our camera over this way. You can see 270 going southbound is still moving along very smoothly this morning. So that is good news. If you're going southbound, this collision may not impact you this morning. But northbound, if you are going on 270, you are urged to find an alternate route. We are working to get more information from police at the scene here. We've been seeing several emergency vehicles trying to rush their way around this standstill traffic to get to the scene. And we will bring you any updates as soon as we get it. But I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Liberty, thank you so much. And you know what? As you can see, here is the scene of where that officer was struck along 270, and that happened right near Middlebrook Road. You can see all lanes are blocked. So you're seeing some movement heading northbound, but that's the service lane. So you actually cannot get over there. You have a median blocking the actual main part of 270. So heading northbound, I would avoid it right now. Heading southbound, I'd actually avoid it as well. It is very slow right in the Gaithersburg, Germantown area. You can take a Frederick Road to get around that heading north and southbound. That is also 355. I'm going to send things over to Jackie.
Yeah, thanks, Shanika. Out there this morning, a bit of a chilly start. We were seeing those temperatures in the 40s and 50s for much of the region. We are currently 50 in D.C., Frederick as well. Low 50s in Hagerstown, right around 50 in Fredericksburg. Those 40s, though, Manassas, Winchester, Martinsburg as well. We're currently 47, though, over towards Culpeper. High pressure, it is with us. That's providing us with a dry and quiet start out there. And that will continue not only through the day today, but also tomorrow as well. Trying to plan out the rest of your Wednesday. We're starting off with some clouds out there. The sunrise is at 7:20. We'll see more sun than cloud cover by 11 a.m. with those temperatures approaching 60. We'll look at those high temperatures later on this afternoon. Mid-upper 60s for D.C. and areas southbound. Likely low to mid 60s the farther north you go. So a little bit cooler off towards the north, but still look at those 60s all across the map later on this afternoon. A little bit warmer tomorrow. More details on that coming up in just a couple minutes. Guys.
All right, Jackie, thank you. Time right now is 6:03. Montgomery County Police are searching for 2 men who they say kidnapped a 13-year-old girl in Gaithersburg. This happened yesterday afternoon near the intersection of Waring Station and Stony Bottom Road. Officers say 2 men approached the teen and forced her into a gray car. Investigators say she later managed to escape and run away. Officials tell us the teenage girl is currently being checked out in a hospital. Anyone who may have seen the 2 men that the gray car that they were in should contact police.
And you see right here, a public hearing turns physical in Montgomery County. Punches were thrown just ahead of a meeting on a bill to phase out tip wages in the county. Now, the tipped workers, both for and against the bill, rallied outside of the public hearing in Rockville. Now, while it's not clear who exactly was involved in the incident, it came after yelling from both sides of the argument. Police were called to clear the scene, and everyone who was in that fight, we're told, is okay. A bill would require restaurants to pay tip staff full minimum wage in addition to the tips they earn. Some workers say that this would cause an increase in prices and lead to lower tips. Others say the current system, well, that doesn't work.
People that are already paid minimum wage can still receive tips. Nobody's saying no tips. It's not their job to pay us, it's our employer's job.
Just does not happen where they don't make enough in tips to make at least minimum wage, and frankly, they're probably upset if they only made $30 an hour that day.
The council did not vote on the bill yesterday. They say there is more work to be done.
A Prince George's County principal is on administrative leave this morning.
That is right. The associate superintendent for high school sent a letter to parents to notify them. Our Tosin Vakile live outside of that school this morning. So Tosin, tell us what we know right now.
Yeah, we know there was a letter sent to parents about the principal being on administrative leave. I have an email copy of that on my phone. What the email did not include, what that letter to parents did not include, was the details surrounding why that principal is on administrative leave. That principal, Dr. Gorman Brown, was appointed to Charles Herbert Flowers High School in 2012. Now, according to the school district's website, under Gorman's leadership a few years ago, the graduation rate of this high school improved to 91%. Now, even though the letter to parents didn't give details surrounding why Gorman is on administrative leave, it gave some reassurance to parents that the support for staff and students will continue. And Assistant Principal Deidre Cruz will be administrator in charge until further notice. That letter also went on to say, quote, "We want to assure you that the instructional framework for teaching, learning, and a safe and supportive environment remains our #1 commitment." It also went on to say this will remain while Ms. Cruz works diligently with students and staff to ensure a sound, supportive environment for all. Now, DC News Now did reach out to PG County Schools for more information as to why Dr. Brown is on administrative leave. What they responded with was the same letter they sent to parents. So, of course, we plan to continue to press the school district and hopefully talk to parents when day break about what exactly happened here at this high school. But we do want to point out that later on tonight, there is a town hall with the superintendent of the school district. The superintendent has been holding those town halls, but there's one at this school from 6 to 8:30. And one of the topics that's been a major concern from parents during this town hall was safety at school. So, of course, we'll stay on top of this story. Once we learn more from the school district as we press to get answers, we'll bring that to you. For now, we're live at Charles Herbert Flowers High School. I'm Tosin Vakile for DC News Now. Back to you.
Thank you, Tosin. A woman suspected of drunk driving is in police custody this morning. Now, police say she hit a family crossing a street with a stroller in Stafford, Virginia. Now, police say 2 adults and 2 children were hit and had minor injuries. They say the driver, Rachel Kennard, appeared to be intoxicated. They say they found 11 empty vodka bottles inside of that vehicle. She is being held in jail without bond. In the Maryland State Highway Administration is now being cited for some serious violations. The Maryland Department of Labor says the administration had several working hazards that placed workers in danger. Now, there are no penalties associated with the violations. All right, well, a new report detailing pedestrian crashes in 2022.
It finds pedestrian deaths soared to its highest in decades. The report comes from the Governor's Highway Safety Association. It says deaths of people hit while walking surged nearly 20% in 3 years. Now, in Virginia, last year, 169 people were killed from pedestrian fatalities. In Maryland, that number was 129. There were 16 in D.C.
Your time right now is 6:08 this morning. D.C. preparing for an in-depth study on its pro sports stadiums as leaders work to see what it would take to build a new one for the Commanders. Now, stadiums in the study include Capital One Arena, the RFK site, Nationals Park, and Audi Field. Now, another pressing need is a new scoreboard that would be in Nats Park, and that could cost more than $20 million. Council Chairman Phil Mendelson continues his opposition to a new taxpayer-funded football stadium in D.C.
I would have thought there was more urgency around this. The city needs to deal now, today, with issues that the Washington Nationals have with the stadium that we own, where there's a lot of deferred maintenance.
Mayor Bowser has been working to lure the Commanders back to the district. She wants to revitalize RFK Stadium with a project that would also include retail and housing.
New this morning, President Biden landing in the Middle East earlier this morning to meet with leaders as the deadly Israeli-Hamas war approaches its second week. Now, Biden is expected to meet with Israeli leaders, including Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. His second stop in Jordan was canceled yesterday after an explosion that killed hundreds in a Gaza hospital. Now, that explosion reportedly caused by a missile strike. At least 500 people died and hundreds more injured. This could be the deadliest strike on Gaza since 2008. Officials say both Hamas and Israel are denying responsibility for the attack. As the war plays out, Virginia Attorney General Jason Miyares is asking local law enforcement to donate extra gear to Israel. Miyares sent a letter today to all 123 Virginia sheriffs. He is asking them to donate what they can, saying his office will then ship it to the Israeli military. And be sure to stay with us for continuing coverage on the Israel-Hamas conflict. We will have the latest both on air and online at DCNewsNow.com.